This lady that you guys see on my screen with this very unique hairdo has done something very, very bad to children. And this is coming from a place that you just would not expect for this type of abuse to happen. But nonetheless, we're getting ready to talk about this woman here with the curled up hair in the back of her head, looking like the Wizard of Oz when the Wicked Witch of the West, when her feet curled backwards. when she tried to take Dorothy's shoes. We're gonna get into this here in just a second. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. We're going to have to break out our hashtags. So thank you guys so much for listening. I'm getting this article. I had downloaded it. I downloaded a PDF from warrencountyprosecutor.com. So thank you for this article that I'm going to be reading from. We got a hashtag not another bathtub story, hashtag bad grandma, right? This woman looking like the Black Pippi Longstocking. You don't know who Pippi Longstocking is, I might have to break out a picture, but for now, just use your imagination, okay? Like the feet curled up on the Wizard of Oz. Tried to take Dorothy's shoes, and the back of her head just curled up like that. I'm sure that's not natural. But nonetheless, Warren County Prosecutor David P. Forsnell announced that the woman on the screen, LaShonda Walters, who's allegedly 51 years old, of Mason, was sentenced to an indefinite term in prison of 7 to 10 and a half years by Judge Robert Peeler. Walters previously entered a guilty plea to endangering children, F2, and tampering with evidence, F3. The offenses occurred on March 30th of 2023. On that date, because this sentence just came down, on that date, the 2-year-old female victim was living with her grandmother. So this is a grandmother, hashtag bad grandma, LaShonda Walters. On the morning of March 30th of 2023, the toddler had an accident and soiled her diaper. Let me ask you guys this. With this being a grandmother, that means she had to be what first? That means she had to be a mother first. So you should have already gone through the phase of knowing how to deal with children, raising them. They soil themselves. They have accidents. You don't beat them up over it. You don't attempt to commit murder over it. You just clean it up. You try to teach them and try to get them potty trained. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes diligence. You cannot beat discipline into children. Maybe I better say that again for the black folks in the back of the room that might not have heard what I just said. A lot of you guys who come from spanking backgrounds, huh? I'm from the South. I come from spanking, beating backgrounds. Whoop your behind, whatever you want to call it. Beat you with whatever your parents can find, whatever you want to call it. For the people in the back of the room, you cannot beat discipline into children. If you are still behaving that way, then you are not a suitable parent, you are stupid, and you should not have access to children. Or anything living and breathing under your jurisdiction for that matter. Okay? Now, let's keep going. In response to the accident, a potty training accident, you know what this freaking fool did? This alleged mother who's already been there and done that? Walters assaulted the girl and placed her in a bath of water, hashtag another bathtub story, with temperatures reaching up to 126 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm pretty sure that's hot enough to boil an egg, and I'm pretty sure if she would have got her big stupid ass in that tub, she would not been able to get her feet in there, let alone her entire body at 126 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to burn your skin off. Stupid is as stupid thugs. If you couldn't step in it yourself, then why would you do that to a child who can't speak for themselves nor defend themselves against your tyranny, right? As a result of being forced into the water, this little bitty baby suffered second and third degree burns to over 17% of her innocent little body, including her feet, calves, thighs, buttocks, and her vaginal area, which is extremely sensitive. I don't know if you guys have ever been burned before, let alone being burned by scalding hot water, but I'm going to tell you, speaking from personal experience and being burned in my inner thigh growing region, that it burned my skin off. It was excruciating pain. It was unfathomable pain. Let alone having it on 17% of my body. You're talking about in a concentrated small area of my body. And I will never forget how bad that pain was. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all this. I was in more pain, and I want to give y'all a clear description as to what that was like. I was in more pain from that burning water hitting my inner region, middle region of my body than I was in a motorcycle accident from sliding at a very high rate of speed. Even though I had protective gear on, I had full leathers, full pants, gloves, helmet, protective shoes. Came off of my motorcycle, and I don't tell me how dangerous motorcycles are. I don't want to hear that. It's what we do. It's what we do. It's a risk involved. But nonetheless, I remember coming off my bike at an event, at a sanctioned event that had medical personnel there, okay? Even that pain wasn't as bad as me being burned by scalding hot water. I just want to let y'all know how bad that actually is. More than 5 hours passed before the girl was taken to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. My mother, when I got burned by that hot water, took me to the hospital immediately. And I just thought I was going to die from how bad that pain was. That's where she was examined. She was examined at Liberty campus and examined and then transported to Shriner Children's Ohio in Cincinnati, where she underwent numerous procedures and ultimately required a surgical skin graft to replace the damaged skin. This is what her grandmother did. The Black Queen. Inside Walter's home were surveillance cameras that captured the events leading up to this incident. While the police were executing a search warrant at Walter's home, Walters was actively deleting videos from earlier in the day in an effort to prevent law enforcement from obtaining video evidence regarding what she did to this little baby. They quote, "My heart goes out not only to this little girl, but to everyone involved in this case who had to view the photographs of the horrific injuries Walters caused to that precious child." Foreign Shell commended Detective Casey Beheimer from the Mason Police Department, Assistant Prosecuting Attorneys Stephen Nippen and Julie Kraft, Victim Witness Coordinator Erica Burrow, and Director of Technology Jacqueline Zexert, these weird late names, and Deputy Office Administrator Mackenzie Stotts for their work on this case. So that's what I got from their website. Let me give you guys the fair usage. I only got one small video or two. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. It didn't say where the cameras were placed. I mean, I actually would like to know like where these surveillance cameras were placed in the home, but they just said that she was deleting videos, trying to delete some level of evidence of what she did. But nonetheless, you guys do me a favor, hit that thumbs up and let me know what you guys think. And I know that y'all gonna probably think I'm crazy for motorcycle racing, but hey, that's what I've been doing for the past 4-5 years. It's a dangerous sport. A lot of things in life are dangerous, but we take our calculated risk. But yeah, even that didn't compare to being burned by water in your growing region. I'm just telling you.
County woman is headed to prison after her 2-year-old granddaughter is burned. LaShonda Walters put the toddler in a bathtub after the girl dirtied her diaper. This happened in Mason in March of last year. The prosecutor says that the water was at 126 degrees and gave the girl 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Walters didn't take the little girl for treatment until 5 hours later. That toddler underwent several procedures, including a skin graft. Police say Walters deleted videos from her surveillance cameras that showed the incident. She pleaded guilty to child endangering and tampering with evidence. She could spend as many as 10.5 years in prison.
News 5.
Curtis, thank you. We appreciate that. New on WLWT, a Mason woman has been sentenced after she admitted to assaulting her young granddaughter. The Warren County prosecutor says 51-year-old LaShonda Walters forced the 2-year-old into a bathtub with water temperatures above 126 degrees Fahrenheit after the child soiled her diaper. As a result, the child suffered 2nd and 3rd degree burns over her lower body. Walters waited 5 hours before taking her granddaughter to the hospital. She also tried to delete security video of the crime. Walters pleaded guilty to endangering children and tampering with evidence. She was sentenced to 7 to 10.5 years in prison.
First of all, for that level of pain and burning that baby's skin off like that, like, even getting immediate medical treatment would have still been painful, because I'm pretty sure that they didn't, they might have given the girl a sedative or something like that. I hope they did, to just, so she won't have to endure that pain, so they can clean her up, wrap her up or something. I'm sure they had to have did something. But imagine to just have to sit there and just be burnt for 5 hours. Sitting there, and this woman is that level of dumb. I want y'all to imagine how people would react if we found out that her boyfriend did that to her, forced this grown 51-year-old woman into a hot, scalding hot tub like that, and burned 17% of her body, including in her vaginal area. Do y'all think that she'd be able to put up a GoFundMe and raise about $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 for her pain and suffering for what she went through as a grown adult? Imagine a kid being a fourth of her size, can't speak for itself nor defend itself, and that little girl could have and will grow up to become a black woman, a black teenager, right? So if we're supposed to respect the black woman and respect the queen, why is it that they can't respect and treat themselves in the manner in which they want other people to treat them? Why can't we get just as many people to elicit the same sympathy for our children, the advocates for children, as we do for adults? All I'm asking is for that same respect. Put that respect on these children's names, on these children's situations. Share these stories, like these stories, comment, subscribe to our channel, and participate in actively getting people like this taken off our streets permanently. Life sentences for the attempted murder. That's all this woman deserves, because that's what she was trying to do. Okay? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, okay? Thank you. Pray for that baby's recovery, too. That's got to be horrible. Matter of fact, I thank you for catching that. I'm sorry. Where are the biological parents at? Where's the biological father? Where's the biological mother if this woman had custody? failure on the mom and dad's part? Who knows? Maybe we'll get an update. If you guys know more about this story, if you're from this area, email us, the afcmatters@gmail.com. Let me know really what's going on with this story if you truly, truly know the facts. Okay? Thank you.